Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Google Classroom, Mr. B's favorite place on the internet, apparently, Google Classroom. I hope everybody's doing well. I know I can speak for all of the fine arts and music teachers that we miss seeing you all throughout the day. Feels kind of weird to be putting everything together and getting everything kind of planned out without you all around practicing and hanging out and passing by. I know for me, it's kind of weird during lunchtime when it's quiet. No one's nearby practicing or coming by the office to make fun of me. It's just a just a little bit different. Hope you've been able to get outside into nature a little bit, or check out some of the cool stuff going on online. Lots of live streams of music. Um, I actually just got a notification that Jacob Collier is going live on Instagram in a couple minutes. So that's where I'll be going after this. I want to take a few minutes to just walk you through what class will look like for the next couple weeks, starting with this upper chunk right here. Right now, it says D period jazz ensemble for everybody. That's just because I'm using the same format for all classes. So it will say something different. If you're in concert band, it will say E period concert band, red, sometime to sometime. Lesson 1 will be the first lesson and whatever date the class is meeting. Below that, we get the agenda. This is broken down by time sometimes, and that's really just for us to give you some idea of how long you might be working on these things for, like a warm-up. That's 9:20 to 9:30, 10 minutes. Warm up, make sure you take 10 minutes to warm up. The jazz ensemble is getting a new tune, a new head, and I linked it right there for them. All you have to do is click that, and it'll take you right to it. All of these blue links, you just click it, and it brings you where you need to go. Some of these things are going to be Google Doc and Google Drive files, and you can just open them that one time and use them, or if you want to, you can add them to your drive so you have access whenever you want. Next is the reminders. This is where we'll put anything that we want to remind you about. Usually it's going to be some materials you need, or just kind of a heads up about what exactly we're expecting. This practice log section I'll get to in a little bit. Instructions for the day, that is what you're doing in class that day. You do have until the start of the next meeting time to complete your work and get those things in, unless it's a longer spread out project. Performance classes, your work will show up down here, as well as the practice log. Practice log for performing ensembles, that's going to be your check-in assignment. That's our way to see that you were marked present for the day. We're expecting you to be practicing because it's a performing ensemble, and that's what we're doing. So we have our practice logs going on down here. Just kind of put something in. I warmed up with this. These were my ensemble passages. You don't need to use full sentences down there. Just say, I did measure 21 of Naima, hoping to get my fingers around these notes. Something like that, just so we know what you're talking about. Theory students, down here you will have either a link to take a quick poll, chime in on a topic, or it's going to be just type in something, just answer the question on the bottom. Instead of having a whole bunch of different documents going at once, I figured I would just put everything into one Google Doc each meeting period. And when you're done completing it, whatever the prompts are at the bottom, and you've done everything, where it usually is share, it's going to be turn in for you. That's it. It will be living in the assignments classwork zone of Google Classroom. So every time you come check in, you're going to have an assignment waiting right there. It'll have the date. It'll be lesson number 1 the first time, and then it's going to change. Everybody's in on the classroom because you're seeing this right now, so I don't have to worry about that. Let me think, is there anything else I need to get to you about this? Oh, the group discussions. We really want to keep this social aspect of the performing ensembles and theory classes as much as we can. Sometimes it's going to be a link to join us in a Google Hangout. Sometimes it's going to be a discussion board. We're going to try some stuff and we'll figure out what works best for each group. Concert band, it really doesn't make sense to do a Google Hangout and have 80 people all in a group chat at the same time. But we are going to have some discussion boards, some other things. Jazz ensemble, this one is going to take us right to a round table discussion website where we can kind of chat through. When I was growing up, we had chat rooms, and it's basically just a chat room for you all to hang out and chat. Sometimes that will be part of class and part of the assessment, and sometimes it's just going to be a social thing. Anytime it's part of class and it's a graded thing, it will be accessible outside of class time, which is important to talk about all of this. This breakdown is just for you to have your guide, but you do have, like I said before, you do have time until the next class starting to complete your work and turn it in. Of course, the usual accommodations, if you have any, do apply just like they usually do during the school day. If you have questions about the timing or when classes are happening, what your responsibilities are, what my responsibilities are, what we need to be doing, definitely just reach out. You can always reach me through Google Classroom or through an email. We are always here just to work through it together. It's going to be a bit of a process and a changing time, but we'll get through it. We all have each other's backs. We just have to go at it with the mindset of thinking flexibly. That's our habits of mind in the fine arts department this year, and we really get to put it into practice. So again, if you have any questions, or if I totally didn't explain anything well through here, just let me know and I'll amend it, I guess, somehow, or make a comment back, just clearing things up. Tomorrow's classes, Thursday, does start with the B, D, F, and H classes, and then Friday we switch over to red days, which are the ACEG classes. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll be seeing you real soon.